Hey everyone, it's Vinny and it's Breeders' Cup weekend. We got the 2-year-olds running on Friday and everything else is on Saturday at Santa Anita. Let's get into it. Starting on Friday's card, I'm going to race 5, which is actually the first Breeders' Cup race of the weekend. It is the Juvenile Turf Sprint, and I am a very big fan of A Mist Waves for George Weaver. She draws post 9, so she shouldn't be buried inside like she was last time. Did not get the best of trips last time. Still finished well. It doesn't look like if you just look at the past performances, but if you watch the replay, she does finish very well here. There's a lot of speed in here. I think she fits just fine. She's the 5 furlong distance should not be a problem. She just needs a clean trip, in my opinion. And from post 9, I'm hoping she's kept about 3 or 4 wide throughout and just has that kick coming home. Like I said, there is a ton of speed in here. So I think the winner of this race is going to be coming from off the pace. I don't see anybody going gate to wire here. So the number 9, Mist Waves, is my top pick here. I'll be playing her to win. I'm also going to be playing her into a double with the number 7, Tamara, the 12, Just FYI, and the number 1, Candied in race 6. Those are the top 3 selections in the juvenile fillies. So I'm not going to talk about that race, but I am going to play that double because I think that double is going to pay pretty nicely if we do get a Mist Waves home. The next race that I want to talk about here is race 9 on Friday's card. It is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, and I've been a fan of the number 7 at Gate Road since before his debut at Saratoga for Todd Pletcher. I think he's the only one that can beat these Euros. I'm not a huge fan of anybody else really in this field. I know Endlessly has been getting talked about a bit. Maybe I do have Endlessly as my 4th choice, but I'm pretty high here on a Gate Road for Todd Pletcher. Just keeps getting better. The 1 mile distance should not be a problem in here, and there is pace. I will be playing him in an exact with the number 8 Unquestionable and the likely favorite, the number 2 River Timber, both for Aidan O'Brien. 2 Aidan O'Brien horses look very tough. They're going to be bet hard. I think there's a shot here we get like 4 to 1 on a Gate Road, and that's more than fair to me. I'm hoping the exactas are going to pay over 10 to 1 each. I think if somebody's going to beat these 2 Euros, it's going to be a Gate Road who, if he can put all the pieces together and break okay, and he still has that devastating kick that he's shown in all 3 of his starts, he's going to be tough to beat. He's only getting better. So I'm going to play number 7, a Gate Road to win. I'm going to play him in an exacta with the 2 Aidan O'Brien horses, and we're going to go from there in race 9 on Friday. Looking at Saturday's card, race number 4 is the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, and the number 6 in Spiral and the number 2 Warm Heart, in my opinion, are the 2 standouts. I know Chad Brown has an Italian in here. I think this is too far for her. I think she's gonna get run down like she did last year. But anytime John Goodson sends over a horse, you really have to pay attention. If you pay attention to the European races, Goodson's is a top trainer over there. He's very good. I think she's just going to be very tough to beat. I do like Warm Heart here as well for Aidan O'Brien. Between those 2, I would be surprised if somebody else ends up in the winner's circle. I think those are the only 2 horses you need to get out of this leg. I'm gonna play them in an exacta together. Only 2 horses I'm gonna use on my multi tickets as well. I think they are just above and beyond the class of this field. And if one of them really takes to the Santa Anita Turf, it's over. I don't think the rest are really that fantastic here. And now we're going to jump to race 9. It is the Breeders' Cup Classic on Saturday. And I said it before he won the Jockey Club Gold Cup that if he had won, he was probably going to be my pick in the Classic. He did, and that is the number 2, Zandon. His first 3 races this year, he ran into freak efforts. Repo Rocks was unbeatable earlier this year. Cody's Wishes Met Mile was superb. And White Abarrio's Whitney was just unreal. He ran second in all those races. He finally put the pieces together and won the Jockey Club Gold Cup. There's going to be a pace in here between Saudi Crown and Arabian Night. There's going to be speed. He's going to sit the trip. The more important thing, though, was last time out in the Gold Cup, he actually passed horses. That has been his problem all year and pretty much his whole career. Is he was a bit of a hanger. He passed horses finally. Hopefully he's turning the corner late into his 4-year-old year, but it's 12-1 on the morning line. I don't think there's any chance we get that 12-1. I think realistically he's going to be about 7 or 8-1. But that's good enough for me for a horse that has run 4 straight triple-digit buyers, ran a 104 buyer last time out. I also think he's a perfect horse to key in exactas because he shows up every time. Some of these horses, they're kind of like win or they don't show up. Zandon shows up every time. I think he's a perfect horse to key in exactas. He's going to be a price. He's not going to be too heavily bet. So, even if you're not sold on him, I think he's a good horse to key in your exactas and your trifectas. I think he's very good, and I think he can easily beat this field. I'm really not sold on anybody here. I was big on Arcangelo until Arcangelo scratched. So that leaves Saudi Crown, who I don't think is going to like the distance. Arabian Night, who I don't think is as good as advertised. The 2 Japanese horses, we'll see how good they are. They might be good. They might be better, but I think Zandon's been sitting on this all year. Chad got him to the Classic. Got him to the Classic off a very good race. I think this could finally be Chad's year to win the Breeders' Cup Classic. So I'm going with number 2, Zandon. I'm excited to play him. I'm hoping he's double-digit odds, but I really don't think he will be. But I'll have my tickets posted for the weekend on the Best Bets tab on the Racing Dudes website. I'll also have my top 4 selections for each of the races on Friday and Saturday in the Breeders' Cup betting Bible that the dudes will have available. I'm assuming it will be available by the time this video is released. I'll also be posting updates on my Twitter, X, at Real Dynasty Picks. So thanks for watching, and best of luck if you are playing Santa Anita Breeders' Cup weekend.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. It's Breeders' Cup season, and we've got wall-to-wall coverage of the World Championships. Subscribe to YouTube.com/RacingDudes right now. Click the notification bell. You never want to miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.